welcome back, everybody. The last time we stopped at minimum function of string, which returns the minimum alphabetical character from a string. But today we're going to be going towards learning replace function. So replace function is given as this. Say, let me try and expand, or let me try and increase the view a little bit so as for you to have. Yes, I think this is better. uh, Replace method is something like this. Replace, and of course uh, it's going to take this argument old, and it's going to take new, and it's going to take another one, say max, like this. Max. Max. So this is it. Let me explain what this. Remember, I told you that anything inside a method or function is called what? Argument. Anything you pass to, any if you create a method or a function, if you put in a parameter, any parameter you passed uh, to a function or a method is called argument. So don't forget that. So these arguments now, this replace method, we take two argument core, then say this third argument, which is max, is optional. You understand? But these two are not optional because this is what you are replacing, and this is what you are replacing it with. And this max states the maximum amount you can replace or you want to replace. Say, for example, I'm going to let me first of all state the definition of it. What it does, it returns. What it does is to return. It um, returns a copy. It returns a copy of. Let me come in a new line. Let me come in a new line. Sorry, let me come in a new line so that. Excuse me. Yeah, it returns a copy of. It returns a copy of, say, a copy of the string. It returns a copy of a string with all the occurrences of substring, with all the occurrences. Sorry, excuse me. Occurrences of what? Substring. Let me come in a new line. Uh, with all the what? With all the occurrences of substrings. You understand? Uh, Let me say. Uh, Okay, substring. Old replaced by new. Let me come in a new line. Okay, old is replaced. Sorry, let me. Old is what? Replaced. Let me come in the new line. Old replaced is replaced. Old is replaced by what? By new. Old is replaced by new. And of course, remember I told you the max function. Let me write it. The max there is what? The max argument is what? Optional. Let me say it's optional. Let me write it there. The mass argument is optional, and the mass argument is what? Optional. And if it is specified, if it is specified, let me come in a new line. Sorry, I have to be coming in a new line because I've expanded the viewport. You understand? For you to have a clearer picture of what I'm doing. So it won't be so tiny. I'm sorry. Um, so like I said, what replace method does is to return. It returns a copy of the string. You can see it returns what? The copy of a string with all the occurrences of substrings. Old is replaced by what? New, and the max is optional. And if it is specified, if the max is specified, then the first occurrence is specified in the master scripts. Okay. Uh, if it is specified, then first the first occurrence, the first occurrences The fourth occurrence is specified in marks. Say specified. Let me come in a new line once again. Specified in the marks is what replaced. What this is saying here is if you specify this replace function, you understand. If you specify this replace function, I mean sorry, this replace attribute, excuse me. If you specify it, it's by default. If you specify it, say I say I put one here or two, it won't take it won't replace any new word it won't replace any old word with the new word more than what twice, and to replace the first set of old words that is to be replaced, it will replace them instead of with replacing them. It will follow a sequential order, first come first serves uh, method. So let me give an example and let's see how this is working in practical. let me say uh, let me say I have something like this. Hold on. Excuse me. Let me say I have something like this. Let me see how this is working in practical. Okay. Let me say um I have s equals s equals uh let me say it is so excuse me it let me store this in a variable s. It is very it is very new. Let me say it is very new. It is very new. Let me say it is very new. Um, it is good. It is it is very new and it is good. It is very new and it is what good. Now let me say I now I now say uh, I now create a variable. Say replace equals say x. Let me call it replace function against it. But replace is what? The old is what? Say is. Replace is with what? Excuse me. Replace is with what? Let's say let's replace it with was. You understand? Let's replace it with was before we include the let's say. Let's now print replace. Let's print the variable replace. Now you will see that I created a variable first, x, this variable here, x, and I stored this in the variable. And I said I want to replace it, I mean sorry, is with what was. You understand? So I created this method, excuse me, I created this method, replace method, and I call it against the what? The variable x, which is x dot replace what was in x. Now, what this means, this line means here is this line here. It means x dot replace the is in x with what was. That is the meaning. Replace the is in x with what was. This is the old and this is the new. So now print it and let's see if you have replaced it. So print the REPL variable and let's see if it is replaced. This is it. Yes, it has replaced it. It says it was now is here has been replaced. It was very new and it was good. Now let me put a max function, that I mean sorry, a mass attribute to uh to depict the maximum I want it to replace. Let me put a max of 1, and you will see by putting 1 here, it will only replace this first one that comes first. And this is what this line is saying here, that if okay that and if it is specified, that is this marks, if the marks is specified, eh then the first occurrence is specified in mass is what replace. And in this case, this is the what? First occurrence. And of course, by putting one here, I've indicated that the maximum number of replacement to be done is what? Should be what? One. And in this case, it will only replace the first one that occurred. Let's see it in practical. And it was very new and it is good. So if you put of course two, it will replace by default, it will replace everything. And if you don't put anything, it will replace what? Everything. I hope that is clear. um let me see if let me see let's stop here, and I'll create another lesson immediately to see, because I want to be shortening the video so as for us to have not to be, I don't want to be juxtaposing videos together. I don't want to juxtaposing the lectures together, so as for you to have for each lecture you have one or two lessons that are being taught, rather than just opposing everything together. I want, what I'm interested in is your understanding, and if you can understand, and that gladdens me. That is my watchword, is for you to understand the concept. And for now, I think I would have to wait, or give another lecture after now. Thank you for your time, and God bless you. Thanks.